My name is Bill Caruso. I'm talking about the paper that's due today. It is organizational change. I want to bring it all together, and we want to start out with a structural framework. So let's start from the beginning here. I work for a university, Norfolk State University. Several years ago, the part of Norfolk State University that I work for is called Brambleton Community Outreach Center. It's a branch of Norfolk State. In this branch, we experienced a huge change. We got a new president, and the change kind of trickled down. A result of this change, the president kind of restructured. The impact of the Brambleton Center wasn't huge because we're not as important in the overall structure of the university. Our roles and responsibility are really kind of blurred at this point. My director that actually hired me moved back over to the university side in the social work department. The new director, his direction to the educational end of it, and then they hired a computer person that did that. And what happened is the roles are reversed. I was kind of the head of the computer lab, and he taught GED classes. So even though I'm the program manager of the education, I'm doing the computer end of it, and he's doing the GED end of it, which it's kind of blurred for both of us. Naturally, we, Eric and I, adapted to the situation. Really didn't have any educational or computer leadership. So we all do. So with this lack of leadership, the change of the educational and computer responsibilities were divided between all of us, with no real leader or anyone to take responsibility for any of the programs. Naturally, we, Eric and I, adapted to the situation. The results of this change that we didn't have any educational or computer leadership. We all do. So with this lack of educational and computer responsibilities were divided between all the staff or anyone to take responsibility for any of the programs. So for all this, and all the resistance that we encountered primarily on the educational side of the center, we felt that increased responsibility for each individual in their own department. Doing their own political frame here is that going back to the change, that the center is its own eye. With the change of president, normally our center isn't affected by the change. We are kind of our own entity. So having this change of managing one supervisor to my current supervisor and their different management styles created a big rift. Center's day-to-day functioning and how we as individual workers had to recreate ourselves. Looking at the symbolic frame, leadership has physically removed himself from the environment, secluding himself in his office, not interacting with his subordinates. Symbolically speaking, he has removed himself from the remainder of the team. Turned this change around, Eric and I need to redefine our roles and responsibilities. There is uniformity between what is written down and what is actually physically done. Further, we cannot make our leader ineffective. We can, however, ensure that the recreation side of the center understands and respects the education side of the center, and vice versa.